London Fryer, Irving Fryer, 17-year NFL veteran. This is his son, three-time first-team All-MAC corner. Great opportunity for him. And then how about some of the other players in this game? Chase Patton. There's another Chase at Missouri. A lot of people think he could be the next Matt Castle. I don't know about that. Zach Potter tries to move inside from defensive end for Nebraska. He's a guy to watch. And
Alan Schluter from TCU, Maurice Miller out of Ole Miss, and Lyndon Murtha, the right tackle from Nebraska. Obadiah
David Johnson had an outstanding week. He told us, you can really tell he's played an awful lot of football. Well, of course, as you know,
let's check in with Aaron.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the sideline with Texas offensive tackle Lydon Murtha. Did you guys make any adjustments? It really seemed like the offense is getting clicking.
Yeah, we're just going out there and having fun. Period. They're trying to do some things there that they're not supposed to, but we adjusted to it, and took care of it, and went in and drove in and scored a touchdown.
Right on. It's just like those defensive guys. And speaking of defensive guys, before the game, I was talking with Trev Alberts, and he said that that you're lucky that he wasn't there when you were at Nebraska.
I'm not sure who Trev Alberts is.
Exactly.
Oh, that is the sound of the bus being backed up over Trev Alberts.
Nice.
Yeah, Lydon and Aaron have...
I was so proud of Aaron to finally go find a Cornhusker, a true football player, and Lydon Murtha. And then Murtha throws me under the bus, too.
I'll tell you what, guys. It's one of those things. You can take the boy out of the Irish, but not the Irish out of the boy. Just having a little fun down here.
I tell you what, speaking of Lydon Murtha, the coaches really were telling us this week, Trev, he had a very impressive week of practice.
Tom Bresnahan, who coached the offensive line.
That pass is tipped, and it is.
Let's go back to Lydon Murtha a little bit and talk about the offensive line. Lydon Murtha, who played a number of positions, played right tackle at Nebraska. Tom Bresnahan was saying that, he really felt like he had a great week. He was very good, very aggressive, one-on-one, good hand positions, and said, really, it's a testament to his coaching in college. A lot of the coaches talked about that. These young men had some good form, good technique, and, Lydon Murtha had some good coaching in Nebraska. Dennis Wagner was his coach for a while, the offensive line coach at Nebraska. Barney Cotton, now the offensive line coach. So Lydon Murtha can play a lot of different positions. He certainly had a chance at the next level.
That pass is swatted down at the line. I believe it was Rulon Davis who got his hand on it.
Rulon Davis out of Cal, a young man that the coaches said really has all kinds of talent. You see as he gets up there, gets that big paw up. See, this is Jason Boltus again, Division III. Probably hasn't seen an awful lot of defensive linemen with the size and wingspan that some of these Texas defenders has. Good job of knocking the ball down that time from Rulon Davis. Well, Zach Potter, who a defensive lineman at the University of Nebraska. They've moved him around a little bit so far in this game. And again, we've talked about the more you can do at the next level. Zach Potter's 6'7", 277 pounds, a young man who played defensive end, move inside, play a little defensive tackle. Had a nice senior season for Bo Pelini. Really helped lead that defense back to respectability, that black shirt defense.
Fryer with the stop as we check in with Aaron Taylor.
Well, guys, speaking of Fryer, there's no shortage of all-stars here. We're with Fryer's father, Irving Fryer, who's here watching his son do a great job. Of course, a five-time Pro Bowler, wide receiver, NFL. As a dad, what's it like to watch your son out here playing?
Well, that was a good play. I like that when you knock the ball loose. It's just kind of reliving it all over again. This has been London's, dream. It's something that he's wanted to do most of his life, watching his father play, and he has an opportunity to go to the next level.
Now, from a receiver standpoint, you said you were noticing some things about man-to-man coverage on the outside. What was that?
Well, just, some of the things here, it's going to be man-to-man, and the quarterbacks are trying to do some things inside with some of the inside receivers they don't necessarily have to do. It's man-to-man outside. It's a timing route. Throw the ball outside, get the first down, because you're not so sure about what everything's going to go on in terms of defenses and all that. When you know it's man-to-man, one-on-one outside, throw the ball outside and try not to do too many things to try to impress everybody.
Right on, Irving. We appreciate it. We thank you. That's right, and good luck to your son.
All right. Thank you.
Guys.
Irving Fryer, a former guy, worked with me at CNN, and is an outstanding football player, of course. And Irving Fryer continues to impact the lives of young men in Philadelphia as an ordained minister. This is versus Nation's best of three, right?
Painter pumping on first down. He's rolling out. with just a few seconds left before the half. Nice play. That's Ladarius Webb out of Nicholls State knocking it away from Collins.
Well, look at Painter here, and Zach Potter is going to get great pressure, doesn't quit all the way to the outside, forces Painter to get rid of the football, and boy, you mentioned it. Look at Webb. Nicholls State.
I looked that up just now, but actually college football historian Randy Schaefer pointed that out to me. And it was a 69-yard field goal from Ovi Johansson on Abilene Christian.
Abilene Christian getting all kinds of publicity and time from one Carter here this afternoon.
Zach Potter with the pursuit there.
Well, Zach Potter is really having a nice afternoon. He's getting pretty consistent pressure, getting in the backfield. Lewis Ellis as well doing a pretty nice job in the defensive tackle position. This Texas defensive front did a pretty nice job. And mentioning guys as well, I thought Zach Potter had a nice game. Got some pretty good pressure, made the transition. As I mentioned, Zach Potter, sure enough, he steps in and makes a nice play in the backfield on Anthony Kimball. But again, it's a bit of a new position, you know, for Zach Potter, who really made his living at defensive end, moving back down inside. Had 5.5 sacks as a senior. He's had a nice day.
You're not just taking care of the Huskers, are you?
Well, there's a part of that as well, absolutely. And if Cody Glenn hadn't gotten hurt and had to go home with an ankle sprain, I bet Cody Glenn had a whale of a ball game too. Stephen Hodge out of TCU.